Okay, got everything unpacked here. We're going to show you how to put the track together. You'll find when the track sections are brand new that they're very tight. That's okay, they're made to be that way. And you slide them together and just make sure that they're all put together tightly. We're only putting together a part of the circle here, but of course you do get a full circle in the starter set, and that's great for, it's a 4-foot diameter, great for around the Christmas tree. It's also great, it's the same quality track, just fine for out in the garden. It's made to last decades outdoors. These are top quality materials. And also in the package, little clips that go under the ties to hold one track section to another. There's a little notch in the end tie on the track section. Just need to put gentle pressure on there. And the next step will be to hook up the power clamp to the rails. Slide one under the track and tighten the little thumb screw down on the outer side of the rail. The little slanted part there actually rests on top of the tie. You'll know that that's in the correct position. And slide the wire past the other one. They will fit. Make sure that that red wire there is not caught underneath the tie, so your track sits nice and level. And you'll notice on these little power clamps that these are thumb screws, but they also have a slot for a Phillips head screwdriver if you really want to tighten them down super tight. I find most of the time that for most use that the thumb screws are just fine. If you're building a garden railroad and want it to be permanent, then you could certainly use the screwdriver as well. Okay, all right. Next step will be our throttle hookup. PIKO throttle. This is actually made for indoors and outdoors. It's got a nice little cover, so it's weather resistant. And you've got the throttle there. And on the back side, you have all the connections. The brown and yellow connections are for accessories like lights or to power a switch control box to operate your switch machines on electric switches if you add those on later. So this power supply has a little room for expansion. And we hook up red to red, and you just push in those little tabs, and there's a hole in the top that will open up and put the wire down in there. Okay, and those just spring back to hold the wires in place. Now our throttle is hooked up, and the next step will be our power supply. And the same thing there. Doesn't matter on this which direction. There are black and white terminals, but it doesn't matter on these. Okay. And it won't do any harm if you hook up the red and the blue backwards. Your train will just run the opposite direction. So, fortunately, the knob goes both ways, so it'll run either direction. So that's good. That's ready to plug into an outlet and ready to operate.